Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel, and today is another episode or video for my knitting journey. So come learn with me, and this is number 2. So I wanted to come on and for this basically tutorial type thing or video. I put 14 stitches on a 6.5 millimeter bamboo knitting needle. And what we're going to do today is I am going to show you what I learned for the purl stitch, which is one of my favorite stitches in knitting so far. So what you're going to do is, as the last video, you know when you're knitting, you go through the back, okay? So with the purl stitch, guys, what you're going to do, is, or what I learned, is you're going to keep the yarn in front, and you are going to go from the bottom like you do if you're doing a regular knit. Let me see if I can get it up here. And you're going to go up the opposite way if you were knitting. So you're going to bring this right stick or needle to the front and make the cross. Take your yarn, wrap it around the front needle, hold it. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me just say something. Hold on. I also learned something. I'm trying to keep my edges cleaner and nicer. So what I learned is do a slip knot with the first stitch, always. And that'll cause nicer edges around your project. So we're going to slip this one off and do nothing with it, the first stitch. But we're going to go in like we would if we just began a stitch for purl. So now the next stitch, this is where you're going to purl, okay? You're going to go in through the front. Always keep this in front. Wrap it around that stitch, that needle rather. Go in that loop and pull it off. Listen, I think I put these a little too tight on my needle, but we'll get it, all right? We'll get it. Yeah. And it's very hard to do. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to turn you around. Don't, okay? Hi. Hi. I need to do this. This is better. Okay. So we're going to go in through the front. Damn it. Yeah, see, you're learning with me. This is a case of do not make the stitches too tight when you're casting onto your needle. Otherwise, this happens. So, bear with me, guys. All right, here we go. So we're going to go in through the front. Take your yarn from the ball, wrap it around the top needle in between, go down and slip it off. Okay? Again, in through the bottom, wrap it around the front needle and slip it off. So again with the tight stitch model. Yeah, okay. We're learning, guys. We're learning, okay? Damn it. such an ass. Alright, so, again, as I struggle, up through the front, take this, wrap it around just the top stitch, the top needle, go through, oops, and I just slipped the stitch. I am not doing good today, guys. No. Alright, let's do this. Wrap. It's hard to do it on, like, the table. Let's do this. Maybe I can get you. Alright. In my lap. I always work better in my lap. Alright. However, like I said, these stitches are too freaking tight. I wonder if I can loosen them up a little bit. Alright, so we're going to go in through the bottom. Take the yarn, wrap it in the front. Go through the loop and pull it off. Maybe if I move that, that'll loosen them up a little bit. It's going to be a slow tutorial, guys. A slow tutorial. Okay. Front. And in. Let me get the first row down, because what'll happen, hopefully, the stitches are not going to be that tight on the second row. And this is not what you want to do in knitting. Hey. The series is Learn With Me. So, yeah. Oh my god. Alright. So, I know y'all laughing at me right now, because I'm laughing at myself, because I made the stitches too freaking tight. Alright. Here, listen to the dings of the phone while I get this first row done, guys. I'm trying. Why did I make them tight? Alright, hold up. I'm struggling. The struggle is real. It is an easy stitch. If I didn't make the damn stitches tight. Don't be judging me in the comment section. Down and off. Riding the struggle bus again. I'll tell you guys, I'm having a, April, I don't know what it is, this week, last week, I'm a damn hot mess here. It's like, oh my god, I try to do something, and it's like, what the? It's like I never diamond painted before. It's like I never did stuff, crafting before. My hands are just like, I don't know, spaghetti. I kept dropping drills when I'm diamond painting. Shit falling out my hands. And now these tight stitches I made. was doing my beading, like this week, I would freaking, like, when I went to put the beads on, I was like, the thread would kept knotting and getting caught on the canvas, and I'm like, what the freak is going on here? Like, first day for everything? I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? I guess we all have days like that, I guess, you know, where we're just like, okay. Anyway, I have to practice this stitch, but I want to show you once I get the last stitch on. The basic way of the purl stitch. Alright, so now I think I finally got it, guys. I don't know how this is going to look because I'm a hot mess, but yeah, we all know that. Yes. Alright. Alright, so now, the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to drop that stitch. The first stitch, make sure that's in the front. We're not going to do anything with that stitch. Alright, so now we're going to go in. So we slipped it, alright? Oops. There goes the tail now. I made the tail too long. Duh. Alright, so again, I'm going to go down in. Alright, purl stitch. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go underneath and in the stitch, take the yarn, wrap it around the front needle, go through that loop, and take it off. Go in, take the front, put the yarn around the front of the needle, and go through the loop. Alright. I'm getting it now, okay? I'm on a roll. Alright, I think. Alright, so, underneath, cross your needles in the front, wrap it around that top needle, and pull it off. Cross from the front needle only with the yarn, and go through this stitch and pull it off. We're going to go underneath. Wrap the yarn around the front and pull it off. Yeah, this is it's really a nice stitch once you get it and practice it. So, yeah, I will be doing more practicing before I make a serious pattern. So I'm going to go up and over. So we're going to go again in the front, cross the needles in the front, wrap this around the top, the front needle, and slip off. Bring your needle to the in through the front, wrap your yarn around the front needle, and pull off. Damn it. Damn it. Front needle, wrap it around, and pull off. down through in the front, wrap your needle around the front of the needle, the first needle, in and pull off. And I'm losing stitches. Okay. In the front, wrap and pull off. In through the front, wrap and pull off. All right. Yeah, it's loose, but it's there. So let's do one more row, guys, so you get the idea what it's gonna, the stitch is gonna look like. Or maybe two more rows, because I'm having fun. Yeah. All right. So the first stitch, what are we gonna do? We're going to do nothing with it. So we're just going to go in, like we're gonna do a purl stitch, and just pull that stitch off. Oops. Yeah. All right. Yeah, and I just slipped it real bad. All right. Next stitch. So we're going to go through the bottom, wrap your yarn around the front needle, go down through the loop and pull it off. Up through the front and down and pull it off. Up through the front, wrap it around the front needle, take it down, bring it through the loop and pull it off. Oops. Oops. Okay. Front needle and pull it off. Needle, pull it off. Down through the, up through the front, wrap your needle around the yarn around the front needle and pull it off. Up. So you're basically just bringing your needle, instead of putting it through the bottom, crossing the needles through the bottom, you're crossing the needle, you're making the X on the top, like right here. So front, through, and loop off. You're going to go in through the bottom of your stitch, wrap your yarn around the front of the needle, hold it, bring it in and through the loop and pull it off. Down, wrap, and pull it off. Wrap, and pull it off. Up through the front. Wrap. So I'm glad I learned how to, just to make the what do you call it? The edges good, like, a little neater, because my edges were looking a little rough. So always slip that first stitch and you'll get like a braid effect at the front of your stitches. You won't see them until you start getting into a row being done and whatnot. So alright, let's do one more row for the hell of it. Yeah, I'm having fun here. Alright, so we're going to go up through the front, Always make sure your yarn falls on the floor. Yeah, for the cats to get it. Alright, always make sure this is in the front. Wrap around the front and bring it off. So you go in and up, wrap it around the front needle, and take it off. In the front of the stitch, wrap it around the first top needle, bring it through the loop, and pull it off. Again. Through the front, and take it off. Through the front, wrap around the top needle, and take it off. You know, move your stitches up, Laura. In the front, wrap the first needle and in. So once you get it, it goes quite nicely. But don't do like I did. Don't make your stitches tight where you can't get in them, because then you're going to start making extra stitches because you can't get your needle through the full stitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that this helped someone. I'm hoping I taught at least one of you guys that don't knit or never knitted to do the purl stitch, because you will love this stitch. I like the effect it gives the yarn, the pattern, you know. It's really a nice stitch. So these last three are still so tight, you know, or these last few, I made them so freaking tight, Lord. Sheesh. Did I just wrap? Yeah, I did. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna wrap, I'm gonna put it in, wrap, stitch, wrap around the front, bam. Stitch, and I just dropped my needle. Anyway, okay, I am going to get off here. Why I'm ahead, but you get the idea, guys. And here is very loose purling stitch, and however, by doing that, slipping the knot, the first knot off your needle, it gives it a nice clean edge, and as you go, you keep going, you'll see the braided effect. So it really rounds off your edges when you slip that first knot. So yeah, guys, hopefully this helps someone do the purl stitch. I'm gonna go practice it some more. But you get the general idea. Do you want to do one more row? Yeah, I do. Alright. I do. I'll stay on with you a little longer. Alright, so I'm going to go through. Keep the yarn in the front. You're going to go through the bottom, and the first stitch, you're going to just put it through like you're going to make the purl stitch, and just pull it. Do nothing with it. So you're going to go through the bottom. Take your yarn, wrap it around the top needle, and pull it, go down back in, and grab that loop, that stitch. So in, front, go through the loop, and pull through. I hope you can see this. Pull through. So let's see. Ooh, here we go. So we're going to go in, wrap around the top needle, go down, go through that loop, and pull it off. In through the bottom, wrap around, and your hands need to work. Yes, yes, yes. They need to cooperate. So, yeah. And we all make mistakes, guys. We're not perfect. I am not a pro. Remember, you're learning with me. So, it's really not, you know, it's basically not, it's what I learned, you know. So, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying. But I'm having a hell of a time. I'm having really, a lot of fun doing it. I like playing with my yarn. I really do. I do. So today, as I finish this, I'll tell you. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some diamond painting on Mary. I'll do a section, and then I will probably do some beading, and then do some cross stitching. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that's basically how my day is gonna go. So, I just thought I'd come on and do my knitting, bring you on my knitting journey today. And yeah. Alright, so. Oh yeah, I got bad news today, guys. Bad news. One of my people that I graduated with from high school passed away yesterday from COVID, from the corona, which is a very sad. His family is devastated. It's really sad, but I don't know, it's just scary. So, on a good note, today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. And my husband has been busting my chops all week. And telling me he bought me a present and it'll be here on Thursday. But he's busting my chops every 20 minutes. When he takes a break from work, he'll be like, you know I got you a present, right? You know I got you a present, right? It's coming Thursday. You know what today is? One more day until your present's here. So, I have no idea what it is. He's driving me crazy. So, I will share that with you when I see it. And when I get it tomorrow, I'm pretty excited. Guys. So, he told me this on last Saturday. So, and then he tells me this to make it worse, okay? He says, all right, I'll give you a hint, Laura. I'm like, oh, okay. It's bigger than a marble, but smaller than the Statue of Liberty. I said, are you freaking kidding me right now? He is something else. 25 years with this guy. 25 years with this guy. And he tells me this. Huh? He's nuts. That's why we're married so long, because he's nuts. Listen, I wouldn't marry a deadhead or, someone that doesn't have a sense of humor. That's a no-no, I don't think I could live with someone that didn't have a sense of humor. I don't think I could do that. I don't know about anybody else, but So we're just going to hang out and knit for a little bit, guys. Because now I'm into the purl stitch. I'm getting better at it. And you know what I did? I just screwed up the edge. Because I purled it. I didn't, like... Damn it. You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to, like... I'll weave that one I did. Because I didn't do the slip knot in the beginning. You see what happens? Because I'm babbling. Blah, 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 blah. But, so I'm pretty excited for Thursday. See what happens. And, oh, and he also gave me another hint. It's not off. I didn't buy it off Amazon. Okay. That narrows it down, Bob. Seriously? You're not going to tell me? No. Come Thursday. Come Thursday. So, we'll see. We'll see what it is. The mysterious present that is bigger than a marble, but not bigger. But smaller than the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, that was my clue. This guy. I love him to death. I really do. He's so funny. Takes good care of me and the family. Yeah, he does. He works very hard. He's a good man. He's a very good man. How long have I been on? 31 minutes. Just Lord have mercy. Alrighty, now let's not screw up this stitch, right? So we're gonna, right away we're gonna put it in the front, and we're just going to slip it off the needle and do absolutely nothing with that first stitch. Nothing. Pull it a little tighter. I'm gonna wrap it around the front. Put it through the loop and pull it off. Yes. See, once you start getting the hang of it, it's really fun. And then I get cocky, right? I get all cocky, and that's when I start making mistakes. I'm like, ooh, I'm going fast. I'm going fast. And then I start making freaking knitting mistakes, and I'm like, shit. And instead of, I really got to practice on, instead of like when I do make a mistake, pulling out the whole freaking thing, because that's what I've been doing, is I got to learn how to fix just like the individual stitches. But I'm afraid I got to learn it. I really do. That's something you got to practice, because if you take the stitch out, then you're like, okay, how many stitches do I have here now? You know, it's like, I gotta learn. So I'll share that with you once I get the hang of it, of fixing my errors. So, yeah. So it's nice out today. It's a little breezy, but it's a beautiful day. We're supposed to get into the 90s. So I think the pool is a necessity today. So maybe I'll, in between my crafts, I'll take a dip. I don't know. Depends what kind of mood I'm in later. I play it by ear, you know? I'm not a... Like when I was younger, I would do the planning thing, you know? I would do planning. Plan. But I find that as I get older, or even, you know, when I was younger, but as I get older, when I don't plan and things just, you know, I go with the flow and see what happens during the day, I don't know. It's like, you have the best times when you don't plan stuff, you know? So whatever I'm kind of like a spirit of moment gal. So like, I'll go with the flow, in other words. So I do things per my mood. You know, I don't force myself to do things like if I say, oh, I have to go to the store today, or I have to go to a certain person's house. You know, this was before the corona, because Lori ain't going to nobody's house right now. So, but I find it like, I don't know, it's so much better if it's like spontaneous and per my mood. Yeah, you have a better time. That's what I find anyway. So, this is the last row, guys, and then I'll let you go. I just wanted to show you the purl stitch I learned and that little trick on how to keep the edges nice instead of knotted and stripped and all that. But I will show you. I got a couple more stitches here, and then I'll show you what we did together. I know at least one person is knitting with me or trying to do the purl stitch with me. I'm hoping. And then there's other people that are just looking at this video go, look at her trying to knit. Yep, okay, whatever. But that's okay. All right. So besides that sad ass stitch right here that I messed up on, the edges are like, they get rounded, you know, so it looks a little, you know, the edges look so much better when you slip that last knot, you know. I mean, even here on this side, you know, so it gives it a rounded edge. And then that's going to be really nice and easier if you make the edges nice and like even, and you drop that stitch. It's going to make it easier when you cast it off and try to sew the pieces together, especially if you're making a patch, you know, like a squares, and then you got to sew the squares together with the yarn. I'll get into that because I did learn that, guys. But I have to, like, I want to do a pattern. So the next pattern the first pattern I really do is I want to learn how to make my, I want to learn how to make squares and then put them together. So that'll be the first pattern I do with the knitting. So I'm really practicing to do, you know, like a small quilt type thing. So that's it for my knitting journey today. Thank you for coming and learning with me and watching and whatnot. Any questions, comments, concerns, put them below. If you're interested in all my crafts that I do on my channel and come have some fun in my lives on Mondays, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell so you're notified for the videos I do put up. And guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and craft till your heart's content. And I'll see you in my next one. Ciao.